All right, hey everyone, this is Ash. Welcome back to the King's Speech. So just finished recording the One Piece review. And so after, I can't even remember how long it's been now, we're finally getting back to Akane-Banashi. So like I mentioned at the start of my One Piece review, I'm going to try to get at least 5 of these chapters out today. Maybe more depending on timing and everything else. Look for a channel update video sometime next week. So without further ado, let us get straight into it with seconds, take it a lot. Load. Akane-Banashi, Chapter 6. So you have story by Yuki Suenaga and art by Takamasa Moe, with translation by Stephen Paul and lettering by Sneer Aaron. We pick up where we left out the last chapter as, what is it? Shiguma, I think it's Shiguma, introduces Akane to his other 4 pupils. You see them all just staring at her, and you see the long-haired black guy and the bookish blonde one saying, "I'd rather not, thank you." Oh, do we get their names? Oh no. Yeah, so Story 6, Senior Pupils. Missed the title out on that. And you see both of them are just taken aback by 2 of their prompt responses. And Akane's like, "Wait, did you not run this by them first?" And he's like, "I shouldn't need to explain that when a new pupil enters my study, it's the job of the senior pupils to take care of them." And the blonde bookish one, whose name is Koguma, says, "That's true, of course. But how long has it since been Guriko? 6 years? 7? The one pupil who joins after so long quits because of me. I can't do it. Nope, 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 nope." And you see the long-haired, Bishonen-looking one is called Maikaru. And he goes, "This is me we're talking about, Master. She's obviously going to fall in love with me, and that love is forbidden by the rules. Don't you agree with me, Guririn?" Kane's like, "Huh? Oh, sorry, Guririn's apparently the other, black-haired dude. And he's just staring up at Shiguma's, like, demon face. He's like, "Huh? Well, I guess I..." And you see Mr. Buzzcut going, "I will take the lead with her. Is that acceptable, Master?" And you see that's Kyoji Arakawa. And he goes, "All right, Kyoji, she's all yours." And you see the Hanya mask behind him's doing a happy face now. And you have a, "Yes, sir." And you have, "I appreciate your..." Oh, that's fucking, Goriko. Of course, that... Can't believe I forgot about him. Alright. And you see Kyoji going, "I appreciate your concern for your junior, Goriko, but you've only just reached Furatsume. You should focus on improving your craft." And he's like, "Okay." He's like, "Miss, come this way." And you see him sitting down as he goes, "When Rakugoka meet, the junior greets first." And she's like, "Oh, right. I'm Akane Osaki. It's very nice to meet you." Goes, "Good. A very polite and proper bow." She's like, "Huh?" It's like, "A Rakugo performance begins and ends with a formal bow. A proper bow makes the audience feel comfortable." And she's like, "Wow, he actually complimented me. I have a feeling he's really nice." Alright, we'll wait and see. He goes, "I'm Kyoji Arakawa. You'll be accompanying me for the time being. What's your school schedule?" She's like, "Oh, don't worry about that. I can just ditch classes, whatever classes I want." And you see his head just twitching as he goes, "You little fool! Your parents did all they could to put you through high school." She's just taken aback while he's like, "Huh?" It's like, "You just want to ditch your classes? Out of the question. When you are a student, learning is your primary goal. Do not get your priorities backward. Do you understand?" And she's like, "Yes, sir." It's like, "Very good." And you see Guriko going, "She got her baptism nice and early. Ever since Shinto was expelled, the Kyoji's been the one keeping the Shiguma pupils in line." And she goes over to Koguma and's like, "Want some chocolate?" And he's just kind of like shaking his head. Yeah, they call him the magistrate of the Shiguma school. And he goes, "I'll send you the location of tomorrow's show. Can your phone do IR?" She's like, "IR?" He's like, "Oh, never mind." It's like, "I don't think I'm going to like working with him at all." And you see the next day at the studio, you have the signs up with Kyoji Arakawa. You have Studio 3 Furatsume event. And you have Kashiwaya. You have Kyoji going. And now, while you have not officially joined yet, I'm going to teach you the things you must learn during Zenza training. Usually there's no admittance to the backstage rooms unless you're Rakugoka, but because today is an event featuring me and Kashiwaya, I will allow it. Use this opportunity to learn. He's like, thank you, sir. You have today, it finally starts. The road to reach Shinichi and catch up to that guy. And she's thinking of the pretty boy from performance she saw, whose name escapes me right now. And she goes, I'll master everything he shows me right away. Jab, and now begin. And you see her just all energetic, being like, first, step up, sir, step neatly up, line up the shoes. It's like, yes, sir. It's like, perform your greetings. So these are the owners of the space. And she bows with a, hello. It's like, hello there. It's like, prepare a tree when you arrive backstage. I like mine sharp and hot. It's like, yes, sir. It's like, assist with the robes. Yes, sir. Neatly fold the street clothes. And after that. She's like, wait, you're just making me do chores. She just slams his coat down to the ground. It's like, don't take it out on the clothes. It's like, of course I am. When you're brand new to the school, your job is to do all the various chores and other tasks like you've just done today. Doesn't seem to have anything to do with Rakugo, does it? But you have to understand, Rakugo is a business about pleasing the audience who's come to see you. If you cannot please a single person in your presence, you're not cut out for this. You need to think about what the other person might want and do it ahead of time. In Rakugo, we call this Kibataraki, the mindset of taking tactful action. You won't even make Zenza if you can't master this. She's like, yes, sir. It's like, tactful action, huh? But in the end, it's the Rakugo that makes people happy, right? And you see Hakumu announcing loudly, Hakushu Kashiwaya has arrived. Perform your greeting. And you see this rotund-looking guy with a big smile going, good morning. It's like, yes, sir. It's like, but that guy said Rakugo is all about skill. And she's getting all flamed up. It's like, and he's right. Rakugo is all about skill for sure. It's like, he's from a different school, but it's common for friends to hold performances like this. And you have Hakushu going, I heard you were young, but I didn't realize just how young you are. Can you perform a story today? It's like, huh? And Kyoji's like, hey, Hakushu. It's like, you're already confirmed to be joining, right? And this is our show, so we can do what we want. And she's all just like lighting up, and she's like, yes, I can perform. I even have my kimono. And you see her getting all dressed up and putting her hair into a ponytail. She goes, please, let me take the stage. And you have Kyoji going, and she gets up on stage and bows, and you hear all like the audience clapping. You have, it goes against my better judgment to send up someone who hasn't joined the school yet, but... And you see him thinking back to Shiguma saying, I've given Akane performance training. If nothing else, you can put her on stage even though she's not a pupil yet. So she does have master's approval. Let's see what she can do. Excuse me. Now she's looking out at the room. She goes, I'm not as nervous as last time. I can see the room better. It's like, here we go. I'm going to show that hard head that when it comes to Rakugo, it's all about skill. And then she starts with a, now they say that there are few things as brittle as a shallow affectation. In other words, copying others can only get you so far, and that's not far at all. Ah, good day, old fellow. Jav, this makara is the intro to the story called Praising Children. Jav, what is it, Hatsan? You want something? It's like, ah, yes, I see. She's good. Her acting and expressive qualities are impressive, but more than that, her posture is beautiful. Rakugo is a sensitive art. You can be good at speaking, but if your posture has you wobbling back and forth, it will distract the audience and spoil the effect. You want a firm core as though you've put roots down into the stage. That's not a quality that one develops in a day. She's clearly put a lot of effort into her craft. But, you know, come on, you cheapskate, I just want one drink. And you see a, ha, heh. And you see, huh? I got a few chuckles, but that was it. The response was way better the last time. It's like, I'm fine. I just have to use every last bit of what I've learned again. And they'll love it. And she goes, cheapskate, what gives you the right to say that? And you have Kyoji thinking, Master, I understand what you meant now. He thinks back to him saying, I've given Akane performance training, if nothing else. It's like, it's not bad exactly. And then you have Akane thinking, it's not bad exactly, but I'm not getting the reaction I want. Oh. You see, sorry, it's my irritating dog barking outside. It's like, you seem down, as you see him leaving the performance hall later. Kyoji's like, were you unhappy with the performance today? And Akane's silent. Yeah, you've got a lot of nerve. You should be grateful that Hakushu was generous enough to let you perform. He's like, no, sir, I wasn't unhappy. I was really, really thankful. Mr. Hakushu was really nice. And you see him saying after the performance, that was great. And you see some old ladies coming up like, you were very, very good. He's like, and so was the audience. It felt good to hear their compliments. But beyond all of that, I was frustrated that I didn't get any big waves of laughter. And she thinks of Blondie again and goes, I bet he wouldn't have struggled like that. It's like, I realize that I'm still not that good. I need to practice harder and get better. And Kyoji goes, as long as you practice your craft harder, you'll be able to satisfy your audience. She's like, well, yeah, isn't that how it works? And he's like, that's pure arrogance. Your Rakugo is the epitome of selfishness. And she's like, selfish? What do you mean? So let me ask you this. Much of the audience today was elderly. Did you alter your performance in any way to get a better reaction from them? She's like, well, I just have to use every bit of what I've learned and they'll love it. And she's silent as she's taken aback by this. It's like, if you ask me, it looked like you were hurling 95 mile per hour fastballs off the plate. Sure, the speed and force is impressive, but if it's not in the strike zone, the audience isn't going to find it funny. I acknowledge that you have skill, but Rakugo is a business about pleasing the audience. You shouldn't be looking within yourself right now. You should be looking outward. I've made arrangements for you. Head to that location on the map tomorrow. And while you're there, see if you can figure out how you can perform Rakugo that will make your audience happy. It's like, yes, sir, I will. I'll do it. You see that she's walking into a pub. She's like, wait, he wants me to learn at a pub? Is it just me, or is he just trying to get rid of me by sending me here? You see one of the servers going, don't just stand around, work, new girl. It's like, but while it's only been a day or two, I've realized he's someone who will tell you what you need to know. I know that the experience I gain here will be meaningful. It's my first job, I gotta do it right. It's like, how do I learn to do Rakugo that delights my audience? I'm gonna find the answer. And you see it coming, sir. She puts on a little cap and apron and gets ready to work. Ugh. Alright, so quick thoughts before I wrap this up. So, man, this was very information heavy. But I do appreciate that, like, each chapter is kind of getting you a little bit deeper into, like, the background of Rakugo and all the, like, the behind the scenes curtain stuff that you as an audience person might not usually consider and think of, like, considering everything that goes into the craft that makes Rakugo and, like, how much effort and time and experience it takes. So appreciate the fact you're getting it kind of all laid out for you, like what all goes into becoming a proper Rakugoka, and like how intensive the training could be. I liked at the beginning, like, it was perfectly set up for Kyoji to be like, yeah, he might seem nice, but of course he's gonna be the hard ass that has to, you like, do everything the proper way. So I really do appreciate it. I can tell you right off the bat, I'm probably not gonna remember most of their names properly until we see them at least a few times and we get a little bit more screen time with them. So bear with me with regards to that. But I do like how Akane is kind of like, I don't want to say, yeah, she's too eager, I think is the right word. Like, she wants to get, into the craft right away and, like, prove herself. And, she thinks she already has she has everything that it takes to become a decent Rakugoka. And she thinks, all she doesn't have is just the experience and the exposure to do it. And I think this was kind of a good wake-up call for her to see, like, how much she's still lacking with regards to, like, learning about the craft, like what it entails and what skills she still needs to develop and polish. So I really like that. I'll admit, like, getting her sent to a bar is very clever because like again, this is my perspective, like what the training's gonna entail and everything. Like working at a bar, I think you have to like kind of watch multiple people at once, figure out like, oh, this man's drink is about to run out. He's gonna need a refill. Like, oh, is this person gonna need some food with their drink, stuff like that. Like, I feel like this is the kind of job. Because again, seen bartenders talk about this a lot, like how much being a bartender is a people's person's job, like not a people's person's job. What I'm thinking of, but it's a good way to kind of develop your people skills and like your observational skills. Because again, bartending is like one of those jobs where if you want to get a good tip, you want to build kind of a good rapport with your customers, you have to be able to kind of anticipate their needs, know what they're looking for, stuff like that. So in that regard, I think this is going to be really good training for her, where she's going to start to learn how to anticipate, the needs of these people, and then be able to pass that skill on to anticipating the needs of a Rakugo audience as well, and learning like what to look out for. So it'll be interesting to see how this is going to kind of develop, how Akane is going to go through her own kind of little ball boy arc. So looking forward to that. So like I said, One Piece review should be out hopefully by the time you see this video. Like I said, I'm going to try to get to at least 5 chapters of Akane today, if not more, so we'll see how that goes. As always, if you like my content, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Feels good to get back to this series again. Until next time, this is Ash. I'll talk to you all later.